Hey everybody, it's Thursday, October 26th. I think I posted originally in your post, it was October 24th, so I'm 2 days behind. Yeah. I changed it. Welcome to the TED Show. This is episode 52. Can't believe we're at 52. I'll be that age in like 10 or 15 years. Let us know if you can hear us. I am with a very old friend, and he's not old, but our friendship is old. We'll get into that in a bit. Aradio. And a good Italian boy like me, even though Bogart sounds German, it's Dutch.
Are you talking to me?
I'm talking to you. I can even do that. Hey, Anna, let me know you guys can hear us. We're in the wine room at the Citrus Club, which, as you can imagine, is my favorite room on the planet. Hey, Kimberly. Thank you guys for joining us. And I've been really excited about RC. We were trying to figure out, I'm on, you probably know this, but I'm on my iPhone, and so you can see that there isn't a whole bunch of room anywhere. But RC is such a talented artist, creative guy. I really wanted to showcase some of the things that he works on and then kind of explain his process, or let him explain it. I can't explain it.
Yes,
and I might be able to. But RC, welcome.
Thank you.
I'm so excited to have you here. And you've been so patient because I've had to reschedule twice because of the insanity that is the TED Show. It's all the paparazzi.
It is.
It's not the paparazzi.
Well, I'm super excited to be here. I'm super proud that you're doing this. I think it's great. I think it's needed.
I did not pay him to say that.
Grassroots interviews.
Organic and authentic. That should be our tag.
I think so. We were just talking, and we're saying he needs a theme song or an entry.
I need an entry.
You're gonna get flooded.
Kind of like God Save the King, or I don't know what we should. Here, there you go. It's do you know my kids watch this, and they are gonna hate me even more than they already do. They're like, you have a show named after you? That's great.
What's the official
Who's gonna
title
watch? It's just the TED Show.
Live with Ted?
Live with Ted could be Live with Ted. It's definitely not TED Talks, even though I get that hashtag a lot. Yeah. I don't want to be sued. Hey, Timmy. Timmy's on. Tim Van Antwerp is actually how we met.
That's right?
Yeah. So I was peddling something back then, probably because Tim's a realtor. Mm-hmm. I was peddling probably insurance. It could have been title at the time. I wasn't a mortgage guy back then. And Tim does many things, including real estate. And one of the things we did was VM Direct or Hello Direct or something like that.
It was VM Direct and Hello World back in the day.
Which was very far ahead of its time. We were talking about this earlier. Yeah. It was a video messaging platform.
It was the first company in the world to do video email. And we were pimping it all over Orlando.
My God. So I used to have, this is pre-2008, I used to host real estate events at Global Grape, which was an awesome place down on Pine Street. Lori and Howard were the owners, and they were amazing. And we used to do some presentations there. Yeah. That's when I'd go in and I would spend whatever marketing budget I had, which was somebody else's credit card, on them. It was amazing. But
you're still doing it.
I'm still. Yeah, that's true. Except it's the TED card or whatever I can get away with at Citrus Club. So fast forward, we've remained friends and in touch the whole time. I've followed the amazing things that RC has done and is doing, and it's just I think it's your creativity that is such a bright light. Like, I love to watch what you post on Facebook. I love to watch how everything is progressed.
Hey, Mom.
Oh, is Mom on?
Cookie.
How could her name not be Cookie?
Cookie.
Hey, Mom.
Josephine Aradio. I love ya.
Love ya. That's so awesome. Hi, Cookie. Hi, Mom. But I've watched you on Facebook, and you have really grown your brand, your art. I mean, he's such a talented man, which you're going to see in a few minutes. And we'll give you all the websites at the end. But were you always like this? Was it always, Mom and Dad here?
Aunt Joni.
Oh, hi, Aunt Joni.
These are all people from my beautiful family from Buffalo, New York.
Is that Anzalone? Or?
Yeah.
I'm Italian.
Yeah, he is. He's Paisan.
Paisan.
Forget about it.
Forget about it. Oh, God, here we go.
No,
so
you're too kind. You really are.
Tell us about how that started. Were you always an artist? Like, did you know at a very early age?
Yeah, my earliest memory was when I was in the womb. And I
asked that question.
No, I was just kidding. No, it's been I was one of those kids that always knew what I wanted to do. It was always art, but in school I made sure that I maintained good grades. I did play sports, but I always knew I wanted to do art. My father was in the 82nd Airborne. He was in the Navy. And
thank you for serving.
Yeah, Dominic Aradio Sr. And, you know, I always tell this story because it's like, you're my youngest son, and, you know, let's go check out this airport. And I was in the Civil Air Patrol for a while, so I was flying Cessnas, just, you know, little coordinated turns. But every time I went up, I got sick.
Oh, gosh. So that was not going to happen.
Yeah. And he's like, so you're telling me my youngest son doesn't want to jump out of airplanes with a parachute, doesn't want to go into the Navy, you want to go to art school to New York City. Is this, you know? I'm like, yeah, I want to be an artist. So it's a good joke and a story between us that...
But they supported you.
Of course they did, yeah.
Well, you must have shown some talent, because there's that fine line when you're a parent. I want to go to art school, and you can't draw a straight line. So
right.
You must have shown some kind of creativity and prowess back then.
So, you know, what I tell my kids now is, honestly, when I was a sophomore or junior, I had 3-part invoices in school. So I would airbrush t-shirts, I would do the caricatures, I do all the covers.
Nice.
I was actually making money in high school, and this is where it all started from. I was doing, you know, oh my gosh.
So you
Garfield t-shirts and
Garfield.
Snoopy.
That's way before my time.
And then it turned into Metallica, jean jackets. I started making some money.
Oh, Eileen Winfrey's on here. Can you do jean jackets with a Bon Jovi on it? She's a big Bon Jovi fan. Oh yeah. She's a good. She's a New Jersey girl.
That's Twisted Sister. Right?
That's all right. I like that song too. But you were making what you're making money at your craft, the thing that you love to do best, at an early age. So that shows that you were on the right path, because a lot of kids they don't know. I mean, I didn't know I still don't know what I want to do.
It's fortunate. I had a ton of support from family. I was really driven. My cousins in Long Island would come down. My Aunt Jen and my cousin Kitty and my one cousin Rick helped me with my letter to the School of Visual Arts to get into that college. And I had a ton of support, and you know, 2 crazy older brothers, Dominic and Joe. And when I set my sights on New York City, they said, you know, we're not letting you having all the fun. We want to protect you. So they came along with me. So sorry, Mom.
They wanted to protect you.
She lost 3 boys that summer. I think they were clapping a little bit. You know?
They probably were like, oh my God, thank God, get them out of the house.
So we moved to Brooklyn, and we started working. Even back then, we had a goal that we were going to work on storytelling. Back in the day, it was all about telling stories and wanting to turn it into a movie or a novel or a video game. And you know,
and they both have the same kind, maybe different kind, but same kind of creativity.
Yeah, Joe's really into my brother Joe was really into the cars and the music. He was very supportive. My brother Dom was always there. He was also involved in a lot of we do all the writing together. We do all the scripting. He used to draw early in the beginning. I think he's going to get back into it. So it's good stuff. Yeah,
that's awesome.
So we go way back, and fast forward, here we are now.
Here we are. So you have so much that you brought with you. And normally I'm not the kind of person that likes that. Just ask Sue Hannah, who came on and she brought all the t-shirts. I love you, Sue. I'm saying that safely because she's not on Facebook anymore. Mm-hmm. But I think it's important to tell the story, to have your art with you. Yeah. So you go to New York, you go to school, and then how do you progress? How do you know what the next real thing is? It's not airbrushing t-shirts anymore.
Correct. Although we did sell shirts.
I have no doubt that you sold shirts. And probably in Brooklyn.
There's another story there. We'll do
I
another
have no
story.
doubt.
So, flash forward, here we are trying to get a story into what we liked at the time was rock and roll and, you know, fast cars and Mad Max and Blade Runner. And for 6 years, I did a short story. I turned it into the editors of Heavy Metal Magazine, which is a international publication. And for 6 years, I waited in line. I started this journey going out to California, and I waited in line. I handed the book to Kevin Eastman, who is the creator of the Ninja Turtles and now a colleague and friend.
Hi, Kevin.
Hey, he's not on, but Maybe.
You never know.
Hey, you never know who's on TED Live.
That's right. You don't know. Could be anybody.
That's right. So for 6 years, I gave him the wrong story, and as my work matured, finally, I could remember the day. Went to Manhattan. My brother Dominic and we sat down, and I said, we got to come up with something that's going to fit in the magazine. Just a home run. Something with a wide demographic. So we came up with Colt the Outlander. And it's a bounty hunter. It's basically a rogue bounty hunter on the distant planet of Neb 6. We've been working on it for 15 years.
So Colt the Outlander, who I actually tagged. That's Colt. Thanks to Dom. Hi, Dom. That's your creation of the character, but all three of you work on it? Oh, look, he's going to do Colt. No. We're going to have a whole bunch of URLs and things for you to look at, too. So
we have partners. It's my brother Dominic and my other partner Dante. Dante's a lifelong friend, and I actually named my son after him, Dante Pacella.
Hey, another good paisan.
Forget about it. Sorry, we keep going Italian here. Anyway, so we all co-create, we all co-write, and we're all cohorts. I'm the engine behind all the artwork and design, and Dom really runs the operations, as you can see, sending out emails, and Dante is our editor. He's also a writer. Everyone's very talented in the group. I just happen to be the hand.
Where did the idea come from? Where did Colt come from? I know you said Mad Max, but how did you come up with Colt? Colt just sounds like a strong.
We had a couple different characters we were fooling around with. We had a bounty hunter's guy. His name was Rex, and then we had a cowboy guy. We were trying to do a western, and we just came up with this character. And I believe my brother, he did a sketch of this crazy guy with 4 arms and cowboy boots, and we just riffed on it, and we came up with Colt, and then we were like, Colt needs a sidekick, and we gave him these 2 sexy, alluring assassin women, Jenna and Brem.
Nice.
And, we stuck with it. We did our first short story, and I can tell you, when I did the first short story, when we did it as a group, I hand-painted the pages. My daughter was just born. My wife was working at the Buffalo Evening News. I was home just for that first story, but I had her up in the baby cradle while I was sitting there painting.
I love that.
And you just find a way to make it happen. That's really where I want to go with this is you find a way. Everything that we've done at this point with Colt the Outlander has been done part-time. We all have family, we all have kids, and it's
you
it's that vision.
You have quote-unquote real jobs, and you have the vision. Yeah. But I think a lot of people stop. They've got the vision, and they get into a job that pays the bills, and then they get away from that creativity. But you make time for it. We talked about how both of us probably average around 5 hours of sleep a night. I am not creative like that at all. I don't know what my excuse is, but I think that is so important for people to hear, is that you don't have to give up on your dream. If you've got a passion like this, and especially you all have a talent like this, it would be such a shame just to go to a job that maybe might be an outlet, definitely pays the bills, but isn't fulfilling whatever your destiny is. That sounds so ethereal, and I don't mean it like that, but like you're not feeding your soul. We talk about that a lot.
It's really it's been challenging because we've been doing it for so long. We had a movie deal in 2009, 2010. I
remember.
Yeah. We had a named director, Damian Lichtenstein, who directed 3,000 Miles to Graceland with Kurt Russell and Kevin Costner and Courtney Cox. Yeah. The deal wasn't right, so we didn't do it. I'm still in touch with those guys, and there's things are brewing. It's going to happen. It's taken 15 years, but it's been hard.
We have the tenacity to do it because you believe in the vision, and you have the vision. And you also have an amazing support behind you, not just your brothers, but your wife and your 5 children. Like 5. I know, it's like the Italian version of the Waltons.
I call them the Furious 5.
The Furious. Of course.
But I finally bought a TV, so.
Oh, you finally have a TV. That's good. But that is so important. Like, it would have been much harder if you didn't have that support system behind you, because they have to take care of the daily things at the house and all of that, and you have work, and then you've got your brothers who are working on it. All of the parts have to go. Takes a village. Yeah. I hate to quote that, but it's sort of like that.
It's true.
All of you are working together to make that happen. Was that something that your wife said early on, all right, whatever you want to do, RC, I support you? Or did it take her a while to kind of catch on and go, all right, honey, this is your dream?
No, she married into it. So.
Sorry.
Always super supportive. But the cool thing about it is that everyone's involved. They know if they want to hang out with me, they come into the studio, but on top of the full-time job, on top of everything else, they come to the comic book conventions with us. I was really happy. The Tampa Con, I had my whole family there. It's a really cool picture. Cool. The Colt's there? Let's see, Colt.
Hey, Colt, crushing it, he said.
Yeah.
Hey, Joe, I'm glad we made your day. I love it that you come on and support us every day.
It's really that everyone's involved, whether it's the paintings or whether it's Colt. It's all there. And, for me, I feel like I'm doubly blessed. And it's also hard because I have a really, really pretty exciting job that I enjoy during the day,
You brought it up.
Yeah. So during the day, I'm a senior concept designer, attraction designer for Universal Studios. And I've been on and off with that company since 2007. I've worked for a lot of different companies, but it's exciting and it's exhausting, but you know where your passion is.
Correct.
Yeah. And you brought that up in the beginning of the meeting. So this is for, it's the Colt, it's the RC7 line, and really, really making a footprint.
So tell them. So we want to talk just a little bit more about Colt.
Yeah.
Colt has comics. Yep. It has books. Yep. Like he's brought the books. Like Colt's this isn't just a fly-by-night character. You've been working on this for 15 years. Like RC said earlier, you really have a following. I mean, you have a great following.
Yeah, it's getting there.
When you go to these events like Comic-Con, which I'm only recently learning about because my son is very into that.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. He loves Magic: The Gathering, which I don't know how to play that. We're actually going to use that as a Patreon one day and watch how terrible I am at playing that game. I'll be dead in like three tries. But you've created that universe. You're in it. You guys are all immersed in the universe of Colt the Outlander.
Yeah.
And that's got to be very fulfilling for you to see the progression of storyboard to these books. I mean, these books are beautiful. I mean, the artwork's beautiful, obviously.
I'll give you a little close-up here.
Look at that. See, I told him he could.
Ted told me. See?
I did. I told you to do whatever you want.
Yeah, it's getting crazy.
You do whatever you want in this show.
So really, what's we got a little glare there, but what's special about this book? The journey has been hard. I think we're very close. We have these are called novellas. They are about 100 pages. This particular novella was published by Wordfire Press by a very famous author, Kevin J. Anderson. He has authored Star Wars novels and Dune novels. And through happenstance, we went around this big circle. We met up, and we just had a beautiful conference call. And he says, "You know what? I want to publish Colt. Let's do this." We came up with an agreement, and we're off and running. This will be available on Amazon and digital downloads. And we're going to put a link on here in the bottom. But I just want to do a little plug so people could.
RC's got he's got props.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I don't want to pull out the card, do I?
You do whatever you don't have to.
You want to go to kjablog.com. It's called the Sci-Fi Bundle. And what the Sci-Fi Bundle is, it's 15 novels for $15, and you can download it. So at the end, we're going to be putting some. And
the reason that I thought that was good, you know how I am about pricing and selling your stuff, but that ends today, and that's a big deal for you all, and that's something you've worked very hard on.
Look at that.
So I'll post all of that, I promise, and so will he. But I love how you are still working on your other art. You still have other, like I'm looking at the paintings and the things that you have in front of me. It's not all Colt.
Right.
You have another line, multiple lines. Is that the right word?
Yes.
Okay, so tell them a little bit, tell them about RC7 and tell them about the art. Whenever you want to start talking about the art, I think it's really great to see. There's a little bit of a glare, but honestly, when you look at it here, it's not so bad.
Okay, good stuff. Well, just to wrap up with Colt, we're looking for people to really dig into these novellas, and I just wanted to mention I just finished our 37th chapter on a 350-page novel. I didn't tell you that.
Wow.
We have a writer by the name of Quincy J. Allen who did a book named Chemical Burn through Wordfire Press. So we all chipped in, and we got him started on a 350-page novel. So not only do we have the novellas, We have the novels. But furthermore, a good friend of mine who brought me to Orlando was an art director at EA Sports, Tiburon, has connections with the gaming industry.
Nice.
So Cult is more than just a literary category. We have our gaming that we want to get into, and we have our, online and different aspects of that. But we also have, we want to do a movie and a TV show. And I think it was last month in September, I was doing this to the, I don't know.
You're Italian. It is what it is.
Just to wrap up with Cult, but Dominic and I in Manhattan did a presentation for a producer who's looking at Colt the Outlander for a Netflix original series or Hulu original series. Awesome. So we did the pitch up there. We put everything on the table. We did the pitch, and they loved it. So they're getting back to us, but we're close.
Can envision, I'm not, this I can envision as a game, a series. Netflix and Hulu really have they have the creativity, and they do all sorts of fun, cool stuff that the networks don't do. That would be an awesome thing for you.
So it's exciting to bookend that.
You're in it. I love it.
We're there. So there you go.
I love it. So we'll post more information about Colt the Outlander, and he's actually on the show, so you can tag him later. All right. So you have art. You have some cool stuff. That isn't just art, but it has a story behind it. Everything that you do has a story behind it.
Stories.
So tell them about, do you want to start with RC7 first, or what would you like to start with?
So
this is your show, baby.
Hey. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da. Sorry. I went there.
You did, as you should.
In addition to being the resident artist for Colt the Outlander and designer with my partners, I was always very, very passionate. Now, I'll go back to my father, Dominic Sr., and his father, Joseph Aradio, immigrant worker from Italy, Manhattan. He worked on the Throgs Neck Bridge, and he was what's called a sandhog. And the sandhogs would go into the Lincoln Tunnel, and they would set the dynamite and detonate with my Uncle Carl.
Wow.
So... Well, this is. I think this is between my father and my grandpa. This is where I get this drive from. So he would work during the day, detonating the Lincoln Tunnel, dynamite, right? He came home, and he would do oil paintings of the Santa Maria and American Indians.
There's where it goes. There's where it's from.
There's a link there. I know it seems
so
like a family thing. So
what part of Italy were they? Do you know?
Sicily, and I know we have family in Sambuca.
I have Sicilian, and I have family in Umbria.
Oh, nice.
It's all about the wine.
Our partner Dante's from Abruzzi.
Abruzzi, sure. Yeah, absolutely. I love how every time you say it, you got to say it with the Italian-ness.
You talking to me, huh?
See, I told you he's creative.
You talking to me?
Totally, De Niro. You look good. All right, I didn't mean to get you off topic.
So, the paintings. So basically, my drive, my passion has been oil painting. It's what I want to do when I retire, and life went on, 15 years went on. I was doing nice things. I said, you know what? I want to create a line of paintings, and it started with my tagline, RC7, Robert Charles, and then I do 7 paintings for each series, 7 plates, have you. And I have some of those with me, and I'd like to share them with you. Is that cool?
I would love for you to share them.
Right.
I think it looks good on here, but I'd love for you to share them. And then, of course, you have... Are they available afterward? Can people go look at them on the site?
Sure.
Okay.
So here's the thing. Everything that we're showing you today, I'm hoping Ted's going to have me back.
Of course. Hello.
Everything here today is a precursor to what's to come. We're getting ready for the holiday season. We're going to have our website, which is culttheoutlander.com, ready for prints. And I'm going to have my RC7 line ready for prints that people want to buy and gifts. And that's all I've ever done is give them away. And
you've given away stuff. I still have some of yours.
Here's a print for Ted. Oh, I almost took out the table. And this is The Guardian.
Look how cool that is. I'm going to watch on here. It looks good.
Dun, 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 dun.
The Guardian. We all know I need that.
He's a druid, and he's a protector of the forest, and that's for you, Tim.
Thank you so much.
I got Tim on the mind. It's the Ted show.
Tim called us earlier. Look how good that looks. It looks good
in
there. It's a little shiny there, but it looks better there.
It looks very good. Yeah. So, Ted... I have the paintings with me, and this is part of the line.
And the reason this is important, guys, is he's showing you how he's got... there's a whole bunch of stuff that goes in. It's not just he's painting. There's a story, there's storyboards, there's thought process that goes in. And you've really worked hard because you're basically creating lines, which basically are businesses,
Right.
separate businesses that you can then get out to the public. And I think a lot of people don't realize how to take what their passion is,
Sure, yeah.
which yours is art and yours is drawing and oil paintings, and get it out there and make it a business. And that's really why I think it's important you show them and kind of share with them a little bit about the metamorphosis on how that happened.
Follow your passion, follow your bliss. I've always asked when people come to me and they're kind of lost, and from time to time I help people and we talk. I said, if money had nothing to do with anything and you had money, what was the one thing that you would do? What would you do if you had an endless amount of
Great
money
question.
or money wasn't a concern? What would you do? You know, it has to be something productive. You can't just say, well, I'm going to, hang out on the boat. And I guess you could, but if you had to...
That might have been, he was saying that because he knew that's what I was thinking.
I think
There it is, yeah.
But, follow your passion. That's really the message, and don't give up. And follow through. Those are the real messages. I think for anyone out there, is just if you like surfing and you don't know how to surf and there's something that you're drawn to, then maybe start by working at a surf shop.
Correct.
So open a surf shop. I can never surf, but I love it.
You can do it all while you are still doing the things that pay the bills.
Correct.
You still have relationships, family relationships, friendships. You can still do it. It's just a matter, there's going to be sacrifice involved, and I think that's what a lot of people don't realize. There are blood, sweat, and tears in everything that we do.
Love it.
I don't just get to sit up at the Citrus Club and have cocktails all day long because that's what I've done for 30 years, maybe 20 or 15. But it's still a lot of work, so we have to keep focused on that kind of stuff, and that's what you do. It's just a passion.
And that's what you're doing.
And that's what I'm doing.
And that's what you're doing right now with
That's
this show.
what I'm doing right
this
now
show,
with this
guys,
show.
spread it, share it. It's a
kind.
beautiful thing.
You're
Big
very
things
kind.
coming from this guy.
He's kind.
Ted.
He's going to be my agent.
Hey,
Watch
forget
out.
about it.
Forget
it. That should
All
be
right.
a tagline. No.
Okay, let's give them stuff.
So
This is what happens when we know each other.
So here's the print. Yeah.
Which is beautiful.
It is. Thank you.
The Guardian.
The Guardian. So I'm going to show you the painting, and this is what is called a master print. I'm actually going to go off camera and show you
Look
the
at that.
scale. So this is 2 foot by 4 foot.
Look at that.
And
It's
it's signed on the back. It says RC7, Mystic Creatures. The beautiful thing about this is me and my twin boys, we stretch these frames, and this is a limited edition print.
So
that's
the boys got involved and are involved in the process.
Why
so
make
everything, but everything that you do, I mean, that's got a story to it. So mystical creatures or mystic?
Yeah. So this first series is called Mystic Creatures. So there's 7 in the series. I'm dancing here. The second one is the Fairy Maiden, the Nymph.
The nymph. Look at how beautiful she is.
And there, hold it nice and level.
And how do you get to how did you decide on 7? That's a magical number.
It's a biblical number.
It is a biblical
it's
number.
a magical number. I think it represents a lot of power for me. It's just personal, but there's 7 of us in our family.
See, that's awesome.
My wife Jenny, and
I obviously
the 5
can't
kids.
Yeah.
The Furious 5. So it has always been a special number for me. So.
That's awesome. No, I think that's good because then it has a story, and then you're creating 7 characters.
Mm-hmm.
Now the next one is beautiful. I've seen
this is the original. This is the original oil. I only brought this one. And
that's beautiful.
So this is Mystic Panther, and Mystic Panther. There's a story behind each one of these paintings. There's a short story. And there's a novelette, and then there's going to be a collectible to go with it.
Isn't that cool, guys? I just love that. I think that is taking your passion and your art to a whole different level. You're really drawing it out and making it so that there's a big... That's why most people buy art. Most people love art. It's the story behind it, the passion of the artist behind it.
Yeah.
So that's 3 of the 7.
So he's a shapeshifter. One's a guardian of the force. So once this series of 7 are complete, and I'm still fine tuning them. And once they're done, Ted's going to help me with a gallery show somewhere here in Orlando.
Do a gallery. We've got some great gallery friends.
Anyone out there that wants to rep me, talk to Ted.
Yeah, I'm his agent now.
Oh, forget
Watch
about
out, world.
Wait.
Chris Stamford says, looking good.
Hey, Chris, how you doing?
Janet Harris, who is a wonderful bassoonist from the Lakeland, you're going to correct me, Janet, but she said, love art, buy art. I mean, The point is not to buy the art right now. Like, don't think. I mean, I guess I could go QVC if I needed to.
Hey,
the point is to tell his story.
Yeah.
And to
but
show
it will
you
be
all.
available online before the holiday season.
There it is.
Sorry.
There it is.
How are we doing for time?
We're doing great. We're at 1:30.
Oh, okay.
So we're 5 minutes past, but we have time.
Yeah, we do?
It's my show.
Oh. Real quick, I wanted to show you the rest. This is a very special piece. And this was actually number 1.
I personally love this piece.
This is Bravo the Bengal.
Bravo the Bengal. And it looks amazing.
He has a very touching story. He's got a young child that befriends him, and it's all good stuff.
Look at how beautiful. All right, that does have a little glare. But we'll be able to show you. That is just that. I think that's one of my favorites. But then, we all have our favorites.
I'm gonna go quick because we're having so much fun.
We are having fun.
And this is the Sea King. This is Viking Celtic power.
Oh, look, this Viking. Hey, Stephanie and Par Westman, you guys should look at. Philip Lafayette said Mystic Panther is gorgeous. It is gorgeous. But that is so cool. I love that.
This is,
and you'll be able to see these a little better. We've got a glare.
Yeah.
You know, we're at the club. It's natural lighting.
It's okay. So to conclude the RC7 line, I just wanted to share my second set of 7 that I'm working on here. And this is, oh yeah.
Yeah, all our car
unicorn.
All our car aficionados are gonna love this.
Tim, Ted, do you know what type of car it is? Sorry.
Maserati.
Yeah.
I think it's because he told me earlier. I wish I was that smart.
So beautiful. That's a Maserati.
You should do a show.
This is Ted's favorite car now.
It's my favorite car now. So buy me one. We need a sponsor for that.
That's it.
I'm actually going to an event tonight. Have you been to M Lounge yet?
I have not.
So M Lounge is a rooftop bar, but at the bottom they have all these really cool cars like that that are, I don't want to say antiques because it's 60s and that would make me an antique, but I think they would love that art. I think he's a Brit, the guy that owns it.
Yeah.
Major Motors is the name of, so that would be an awesome thing for you. We're just brainstorming as we speak.
It's just an exchange.
It's a good thing.
You know?
We've had so many people come on and comment about how beautiful the art is.
I appreciate it, guys. It's really an honor to share it with Ted up here, and we missed a few times, but we finally.
We did. It was my fault.
Good. No, it's all
always
good.
my fault.
You're busy. I'm so proud of you.
Oh my God, you're busy. I love that. That makes me. I don't have I do have a full-time job, but I don't have a full-time job out somewhere else.
That's okay.
Which you have to drive all the way out there, and then you live out there.
Yeah, it's a 90 miles a day.
So talk about the kid. You have 5 children, twin boys.
Twin boys.
Your wife's a saint, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm trying.
Yeah.
This is what I say about Stacy all the time.
It's the Furious 5. It takes a lot for us to all come together, and I really miss the early years. It was a lot easier, right?
My kids are all grown and 2 are out of the house, 1 married.
Yeah.
So I do miss the early years.
Those are the fun times of, hey, let me help you.
When you're in it, you think, oh my God, I can't wait till they're self-sufficient. And then when they are, you miss it. Yeah. So enjoy that, guys, because honestly, it goes by so quickly. And then you go, God, I wish I could read you a book again.
It's a ton of support. Everyone works together, and it's a beautiful thing.
All right, so what's next? What's on the agenda next? You've got all this stuff going on.
Well, we're getting both Colt the Outlander website dialed in. You guys can all check us out on Facebook, Colt the Outlander Facebook and Instagram. Ted's going to hook us up with some links towards the end of this. And then rcaradio.com, you can go there to get prints. And I'm going to keep the prints very affordable. I'm going to have a couple different levels. This is a nice cardstock. This is for Ted.
Isn't that sweet?
I'm going to sign it to him, but we're going to
have...
My
son is going to love that.
Yeah, absolutely. If he plays Magic the Gathering, he's going to love this lore.
I've had to play it. It's interesting. The lore is what it's all about.
Yeah, story.
That's why this show, it's all about content, which is lore, right? It's pretty much the same thing. And so everybody is into the content and the background and the lore. And I have to remember that for the show. We're going to call it the lore. What was the thing we said earlier? Authentic and organic.
Ooh.
Your mom said, she just said something. No, you're not getting yelled at.
Bobby, you're talking too fast.
No. Oh, your Aunt Joan said, great interview. Love you, Bob. Do we go by Bob in the family?
All right. Let me.
Let's talk about that because I've only known you as RC Bob.
Let's set this for the record. Anyone in Buffalo, New York, that's part of my family, refuses to call me RC. Which, when I went to art college, I used my Robert Charles Aradio. So
I like
went
that.
by RC.
I like RC.
So everyone in Buffalo, New York, for some reason, is completely locked in, and it's okay. If you gotta call me that, I prefer Bobby, like Bobby D.
I was gonna say you don't look like a Bob.
Yeah,
Bobby, I could do.
Well, you know, I was named after Robert Kennedy.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, my mom named me because there was Joey, Vinny, you know, Vito,
How
Cornelius.
How could there?
No, there were a ton of Josephs and Dominics. So she goes,
My
I hope I got that
full
right.
of Marys, Marias. I mean, that whole Joseph. Yeah, there's tons of Rocco.
No, but,
I got a ton of Roccos.
But so everyone from up north calls me Bobby.
Well, that was sweet, Aunt Joan. All right, so
that's for you, Jenny.
Love you guys.
Yeah,
Thank
love
you
you
so
too.
much for
Me
being
and
on
Maury.
here. Look, we did
that's fun.
36 minutes. It goes by fast. Right?
Boom. That was fun.
Thank you so much for coming on. You are such an inspiration. He really is, and I'm going to post all this stuff. You know, I never have anybody on here that I don't like or believe in. Is that crazy? Should I change that? No, I'm not going to change it. It's my show.
It's his show.
So I love to
Live with
have
Ted.
you on because you do so much good, and you're right there. You're there. And so we're experiencing this right before it literally rockets through the roof.
Oh my God, that'd be great.
So thank you guys. We love you. There's no show tomorrow unless I decide, or Monday, unless I decide to do an impromptu show. But we'll be back on Tuesday with a really special guest to kind of wrap up Breast Cancer Awareness Month and do Halloween all at once. Maybe I'll dress up more than I usually do. But we love you. Thank you so much for the support. Have a great day, and we're going to send put everything on there with all of RC's URLs and all of that. So
sounds good.
Love you, buddy. Thank you
love
so
you too.
much.
Ciao for now, guys.
Ciao, babies.